What's up, guys? It's Jades Corner back here again for a brand new video, and in today's video we are going to be ranking the top 5 most powerful werewolves in the MTV Teen Wolf universe. If you guys are ready for today's video, make sure you leave a like. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to set your notifications to all so that you never miss a future upload from me. At number 5, we're going to have to choose Scott McCall, the true alpha himself. The reason why I have Scott McCall at number 5 is because, in my opinion, of all the werewolves that are going to be on this top 5 today, he's definitely not the weakest, but he's just the most inconsistent when it comes to his feats. Now, Scott is by far, without question, one of the most powerful characters in Teen Wolf, as also confirmed by the creator of the show himself, Jeff Davis.
Rank Deucalion, the Beast, Alpha, Peter, and Scott in terms of power.
Oh, that's hard. I'd say the Beast is probably our most powerful werewolf, but he doesn't use the power intelligently. Deucalion, how would I rank them? And I wouldn't say Scott is the most powerful alpha. I'd say he actually just knows how to use his strengths. Probably rank it the Beast, Deucalion, Scott, and then was Peter the other one? Peter.
Scott McCall's feats are very impressive nonetheless, with his most impressive feat being his fight against Peter Hale. But I made a video called Scott McCall, he's not weak, he's inconsistent. If you guys haven't seen that video, check it out after this. I go in depth on why Scott McCall is not weak as many people like to claim he is, and why he's just an inconsistent character, because the show wasn't really focused on fighting. They were more focused on the romance aspect and the horror aspect, and just building the lore of the world, and not really focused on booking fights properly, with Scott fighting his opponents, not really choosing his opponents properly. That's why Scott was fighting weak opponents and still losing to them, compared to like the likes of Derek, who was fighting strong opponents and losing to them. So yeah, Scott McCall definitely at number 5. Don't think anybody's gonna have a problem with this. I'm pretty sure most people, if they're ranking all the werewolves in Teen Wolf, would have Scott at least in the top 5, and I think if they have him in their top 5, this is where he would be. At number 4, we're gonna have to go with Evolved Derek Hale. Now, the reason why I have Evolved Derek Hale at number 4 is because Derek has really not done that much as an evolved werewolf as I would have liked to have seen. Now, with the upcoming Teen Wolf the movie releasing in January 2023, we're literally 2 months away. That's absolutely insane. But with the upcoming Teen Wolf movie coming, we're gonna have more feats for Evolved Derek Hale, which is going to be cool to see. We also have a couple of feats from him already from the film, as he's fighting, of course, the newly resurrected Allison Argent. But Derek as an evolved alpha doesn't really have that many feats to go off of. The most impressive thing he's done as an evolved werewolf, I think I said alpha for him last time, didn't mean to say that, I meant to say evolved werewolf, but the most impressive thing he's done is, of course, fighting a berserker and cracking its skull and killing it in less than 4 seconds. I know I've mentioned this feat before, that it's 4 seconds, and people still don't believe me, but if you watch the scene in its entirety and count how many seconds it takes for Derek to break that mask, it's definitely 4 seconds. And I know, wild. But yeah, pretty sure nobody would have a problem with Derek being at number 4 either, because throughout the entire history of the show, if we're going to talk about consistency, since we already talked about inconsistency with Scott, Derek has always beaten Scott every time they fought. Whether it be the first half of the series, every time Scott and Derek fought, Derek has dominated Scott every single time. So it wouldn't surprise me if they fought again. Derek would kind of sun him as a true alpha, which would just be sad to see, but I wouldn't be surprised if Derek beats him again. Derek Hale, Evolved, at number 4. At number 3, we're gonna have to go with a character not a lot of people have in their top 5s. Most people do, but a lot of people I've seen recently have removed this character out their top 5. So in the number 3 spot, we're gonna have to go with Alpha Peter Hale. Now, the reason why I put Alpha Peter Hale at number 3 isn't because his regular non-bestial form is powerful. It's because of his bestial form. So the reason why I have Peter's at number 3 because his bestial form is absolutely insane. If y'all remember back in season 1, only reason they were able to take this dude out is because Styles and Jackson pulled up with the Molotov cocktails, the makeshift ones they had made at the school. And if they didn't, literally Allison would have been dead, Scott would have been dead, Derek and Chris as well. As you know, Peter had already killed Kate prior to, you know, attacking Scott and Derek. But Peter was an absolute beast. He was dominating Derek and Scott one-on-one without even breaking a sweat. Of course, the characters were able to get a couple of hits in on him, but for the most part, Peter was dominating all of them without even really putting in that much effort. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Peter in his bestial form would also give most of the Alpha Pack a good run for their money as well. Probably except for the Alpha Twins and Deucalion himself, but I'm pretty sure he would give Kali a run for her money, and Ennis as well. And even Ethan and Aiden individually would get slaughtered by Alpha Peter in his bestial form. So yeah, Alpha Peter, definitely underrated, definitely underappreciated as well in recent years. Would put him at the number 3 spot for sure. At number 2, we're gonna have to go with Deucalion, of course, the alpha of alphas, the self-proclaimed demon wolf, of course, hyperbole. Demon Wolf doesn't actually exist in Teen Wolf. A lot of people got on me for saying, oh, he said hyperbole months before when I made my Werewolves Explained Remastered video, but I already corrected myself on screen, and I know I said hyperbole when it's hyperbole. A lot of people are making fun of me for that, but it is what it is. Deucalion's at number 2 because Deucalion is the GOAT alpha. I think he's the strongest alpha, and so does the creator of the series, Jeff Davis. Jeff Davis thinks just like me that Deucalion is the second strongest alpha in Teen Wolf, and I have to agree with him on that. Literally, season 3 episode 12 showcases this. Nothing in the series for any other alpha, probably aside from maybe Ethan and Aiden merge, Scott versus Peter in season 4, or Peter from season 1, has even come close to anything Deucalion does here. He clearly showcases he's the most powerful physically. He's also the fastest werewolf we've seen in the series. Deucalion's just insane. So yeah, Deucalion at number 2. And at number 1, without question, do I really even have to explain number 1? Number 1 is the Beast of Gévaudan, Sebastian Vallet. Not going to explain him too much. Everybody and their grandmother has talked about why the Beast is the most powerful werewolf. Jeff Davis also agrees that the Beast is the most powerful werewolf, and all the feats back it up from season 5 to showcase and prove to everybody who's even new to Teen Wolf or has been watching Teen Wolf for years and just forgot and is now coming back to, you know, watch this video or get back in the series, that the Beast was without question the most overpowered werewolf in the entire series and the most powerful character in general in all of Teen Wolf, arguably tied with Boyd Styles or Garrett Douglas from season 6. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. All my plugs will be in the description down below. You guys can follow me on my social medias. I have Twitter. I'm going to start posting on TikTok more. I have my Instagram all in the description, as well as my Discord server if you guys want to join that. My merch store if you guys want to cop some merch, and my Patreon. You guys can go over there, subscribe to the beta tier for $5 or the alpha tier for $10 to read my book series True Alpha. New chapters released monthly. The new chapter for next month is chapter 4, titled Wrath. It'll release on Friday, December 2nd, so catch up on the first 3 chapters if you guys are interested. Chapter 1 is titled The Wolf Moon, chapter 2 is titled Spotlight, and chapter 3 is titled The Plan. The Plan just released on November 4th. So once again, if you're interested in the series and want to catch up, make sure you catch up on the first 3 chapters now on my Patreon on the beta tier. But with that all said, I'm Jade. I'm going to get out of here. Make sure you guys have a great rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this. I will catch you guys in the next Teen Wolf ranking video. Peace.